Hey guys, Chris Steves with eXp Realty in Ottawa, and let's get into what you need to look for when buying a condo. Hugely important, guys. We need to understand this stuff. I'm going to make it really simple. Three things that you want to look for when buying a condo. Number one, location, for obvious reasons. Location, location, location. Number two, windows. This is everything with a condo. All glass, glass, glass is the answer. I will tell you why. You guys need to understand this. Builders need to understand this. The crap that is being pumped out in this market has to stop. Number three, the face of the building, which direction you're facing on the building, whether it's north, south, east, or west. West being my favorite side of the building, the western sunsets, the afternoon sun. In Ottawa, we have great views to the west. I will get into this more. In fact, I'm going to get into also why a big balcony is also hugely important. I don't care about the layout so much. I mean, it's 2023. If these builders are not building, open concept everything, then they need to give their head a shake. But, number of the size, the square footage, number of bedrooms, that's really up to you. How many bedrooms do you need? How much size do you need? That's fine. What I want to talk about is, from an investment standpoint, location, windows, direction, and view. That is where you will see value, where it will retain value over time, and you will have a great investment for the long term. Okay, guys, location. We all know everybody paying these astronomical prices in urban areas for condos. You are paying for location. That is that. If it wasn't about location, we'd all be out in the middle of nowhere buying as many acres of land as possible for cheap, which we're not doing because we want certain locations. Look for the good neighborhood first and foremost. You need, what are the amenities of that neighborhood? What are the demographics of that neighborhood? You want to be in a good area where all the other expensive homes are, the high income homes. That's going to attract the best restaurants, the best shopping, all the other amenities that come along with it. You want to be close to parks and green space, near the water if you can. These are obvious, guys. So I don't want to dwell on location for too long. We all understand that one. But number two, I said windows and glass. Why is this so important? Why is this top of my list? Because when you're on the 20th floor of a building, you're paying a huge premium to be in a small unit. You're paying maximum price per foot in the residential world, i.e. condos. You want that unit to look as big as possible, to be as bright as possible, to have the best possible view, because that's what's going to make for a happy living space that you will want to be in over time, over months, over years. The view from this place is such an enormous selling feature, it makes my head spin. People don't seem to understand this in the real estate world around here, but the view is enormous. It's almost everything. When you're in 700 square feet and you step into that unit on the 25th floor and you have a sweeping view of the city, everybody immediately forgets the size of the condo. They're just blown away at this breathtaking view, panoramic view of the city, and everybody, oh my God, this is beautiful, it's incredible, and they love it. Also, all glass. You need sunlight, you need vitamin D. We are human beings. This is key to not being depressed, to living a happy lifestyle. Hugely important. So don't underestimate the value of all that glass and all that natural sunlight. It is integral to your happiness. Also, all glass will make that small condo unit feel way bigger, because your eyesight goes forever. You can see all this space. The unit just feels bigger. And will promise you over time, when you have sweeping views and a big bright open unit, it will be a happy living space for years to come. Versus if you buy something that's closed in and has no light and has no view coming in, your depression will kick in by month 2 of living there. I promise you. You might not notice it because a lot of people are already depressed to begin with, which is very sad, but the reality is that is a depressing living space. Don't let some seller or builder con you into spending $800,000 for a depressing little shoebox. Just say no. It's not acceptable. Designers, architects, builders, if you're listening, not acceptable. Bad. Don't do that. We cannot have that. So, guys, buyers, you want a good condo, you want a good investment. If it's all glass, if that building's all glass, if the unit is all glass, you will most likely enjoy it for a long period of time, and it will hold its value and it will appreciate over time, because that is a good living space, and there's sadly not that many of them in this city. Number 3, the direction you're facing. This ties into what I just said. If you're on the west face of the building, my favorite face of the building, you're going to see afternoon sun. You're going to get afternoon sun coming into your unit. You're going to get to watch the sunsets. It's going to be it's going to be a nice living space. You're going to enjoy the sunsets. Ottawa's got beautiful sunsets, orange, pink colors. They're incredible. This is where you want to be. West face of the building is almost always the best one. Views of the Ottawa River, etc. Unless, of course, there's another building right in front of you and there's no view at all. You're just staring at another wall. Well, that's no good either. But I would say try and get the southwest corner. You get the all-day sun on the south, plus the afternoon and evening sunsets on the west. Southwest corner is the best. Get it. Jump on it. Northwest corner, probably second best. In Ottawa, the northern views are of the Gatineau Hills, the river. The Gatineau Park's beautiful. Obviously, you get the west face as well, so you get your sunsets. Northwest is also very good, in my opinion. Because we have long winters with short days here in Canada. Sorry guys, but the north or northeast side of a building, I don't love it. You will find it's very depressing. You get no natural sunlight. You're not facing the sun at all. In the winter time, the winter blues are going to be amplified times 10. Not a happy space to be. Highly advise against that. Do not buy those. And I'm just saying this for for your own benefit. This is what to look for. When I'm looking at the size of the unit or the layout, I don't care that much. You'll know what size works for you. Do you want something small with 1 bedroom, or do you want something bigger with 2 bedrooms and a den? That's up to you. I don't really care. But from an investment standpoint, it's the location, it's the windows, and it's the direction you're facing and the view. I also mentioned balconies. Don't buy something with small balconies. Why? Because you're cooped up in this little condo day in and day out, and you don't have a backyard or a front yard. It's not easy to step outside. You need a balcony. You need a big balcony because we need fresh air. We need to be able to step outside for our own happiness, for our own sanity. You have to have it. Ideally, you've got a builder that puts big balconies there. You can have a nice outdoor living space with, table, chairs, couches, whatever. That will make or break your experience in your condo and also the future value of that condo. So look for that. Sorry if this was a bit of a rant, guys, but this is how I evaluate a condo when I see it. The first things I look at, this is it. This is what I find works. This is going to determine what's a smart investment or not, and this is going to determine the resale value down the line. Is it a happy living space? All these things this is what to look for: location, windows, direction, balcony. Good luck, guys.